Hello and welcome to my channel. This is Isaac Simpwentry. Thank you for tuning into my channel. Kindly, if you have not yet subscribed to my channel, please subscribe, like and share. This is a channel where we talk about issues concerning averting HIV and sexually transmitted infection stigma in our society. And we usually see that being positive about HIV is not necessarily being HIV positive. Thank you. In our previous episode, we were able to discuss more about various types of gender-based violence. Now, let's get a bit deeper and discuss various types of gender-based violence in details. Number one, we talk about physical violence. We said that physical violence is any kind of gender-related violence that involves physical trauma. The trauma, in most cases, starts as a gradual trauma. It may start as a pinch. Number two, it continues to a slap. Then it gets to involve even injurious agents to cause trauma. This includes weapons like rungu, or someone may use stones, or someone may use even guns. Now, what are you supposed to do in case you find yourself in a physical trauma or in a physical violent relationship? Number one, it's good to realize that no one has any kind of right, according to our human rights, to cause any physical harm to you. So, it is not your fault that you are slapped. Number two, it is not your fault that someone has to reprimand you using physical kind of violence. Either it is your employer or it is your spouse. Number two, in case you find yourself in this kind of trauma, first thing I have said is we agreed together that this is not your fault, that you must be reprimanded using physical kind of violence. Number two, I say, if you cannot be able to evacuate from the scene of crime immediately, or it has already happened, it's good to notify the authorities, that is, notify the police. Why do you have to notify the police? In case this kind of violence escalates to a grievous form of harm, it would assist in the investigation. Number two, other than causing yourself to more harm by trying to revenge this kind of situation, why not involve the authorities and then follow the due process? Number three, these people, especially these people who cause harm to the other gender, have their cunning way of moving around this form of violence, whereby they will always make you feel that you are the one who caused yourself to this kind of harm. So they try in all manner to make you feel weak. So as you try to absorb this form of violence, you find yourself getting deeper to this kind of violence. Because this guy will tell you, I slapped you because you messed up at your workplace. So you feel that if I did not mess up, I could not be slapped. Your spouse come and tell you, I slapped you because you never brushed my shoes. So you feel that I must always brush his shoes, because if I don't, I will be slapped. So it appears as a norm. But did you know that this guy is trying to suppress you, or this lady is trying to suppress you, so that they can cause more harm to you without your knowledge? So what are you supposed to do? I said, number one, accept that no one has any right to cause any physical harm to you. Number two, in case any kind of physical harm happens to you, it's always good to notify another person or notify the authority. Number three, if you find out that this form of violence is happening in a gradual manner, always find a way to leave this place. If it's in a relationship, find a way how you can be able to separate or to put yourself aside from this person who is causing harm until you are able to sort out your issues. Also, if it's in a job place and you don't have any other job, always find an alternative of how you can be able to evacuate yourself from this kind of harm. Finally, if this thing doesn't happen at the moment and you find yourself in a more severe harm, it's always good. If you have been harmed by your spouse or your employer or any person who is causing physical harm to you, it's good to visit a health facility so that you can be able to be examined, and then you can be able to be treated, and then after that you can be able to be assisted by the authorities, that is the police, in seeking your justice. Remember, the different traumas are graded by the current healthcare system are different. We have a physical harm, we have a grievous harm, and we have even a minor. That's how we categorize them. And all these kind of harms are given different treatment when it comes to the ruling or to the judgment by the judiciary. So if you are able to be managed when this kind of violence has already taken place and it's fresh, the grading is different, and someone can be able to easily understand your situation, and if necessary, you can be taken to counseling, that is trauma counseling, which will help you to be able to make informed decision on your next move. In my next discussion, we'll be talking about emotional violence. Please stay tuned in. Thank you.